Hey everybody, Rhadamant here. Thank you for tuning in to episode 107 of Wendigos, which originally streamed live on Twitch. Yeah, it's definitely the fastest way. Just a little labor intensive, but it's okay. Alright. Gear. Items. Oh, unfortunately, it's not, let me work from the bottom. It's like playing a clicker game. Yep. So compelling. Tell all of your friends this is the stream to see. A man destroying tainted apparel at lightning speed. Would you like to watch an ad so you can discard more clothing? Top content here. Yep. Oh my god. Losing my mind. Hey, at least I didn't nuke any drugs, right? So, done, and enter, and done. Much cleanup, much wow. Get an auto clicker? It happens so infrequently that I have to clean up like that, getting an auto clicker is kind of probably a very extreme solution to a very rare problem. That and an auto clicker can't be trusted not to kick people out of caravan or delete something incorrect. I wouldn't trust it. I still want human fingers. Opposed to what other kind of fingers? I don't know, monkey fingers? But I would want human fingers doing the removal because you could definitely remove something important. Like Luciferium or something like that. So we need a right arm in ambers and a heart in ambers. Will she survive the surgery? That is the big question. Oh, and we have a blackout for the... okay. Surgery in the dark. Good luck, Ambers. Chance is against you. So here's the arm surgery. Mallet with good meds. It went. And the heart surgery. It went. Alrighty. We have got 900 wood left. So let's make the columns out of wood. I don't even see any columns. Do you? The tables out of wood, the sarcophagus out of wood, the doors out of wood, the tables out of wood. I don't see a single column. It's weird that it had prompted me for a column and I don't see any. Okay, sure. We'll build these 0 columns that you asked for. Oh, left side has 2? Does it now? Oh, yeah, there it is. Thank you. I just totally didn't see it. There they are. So the cleanup worked pretty well. Oh, have I been smelting slag this whole time? No. Where'd all my slag go? Oh, they're not linked. I didn't know that. That's a bit of a bummer. We, for the record, we need slag to be able to make feral weapons and armor. So smelting all our slag is kind of like not a good thing. Because I have no way of making slag, but I guess there's some unhauled slag over here, so we haven't totally shot ourselves in the foot. Did I trade with these people? Zelly? Oh, yeah, I have. Okay. Do we need another crown drop raid for more slag? I don't mind crown drop raids because they're hard to kill, which is kind of fun, and they don't require a lot of tainted clothing cleanup, which is very nice. So, yeah, I wouldn't mind, I guess. I mean, they're tough, and I might get people killed, but I do have 6 Resmix serum And it's about to be 7 as soon as this thing's done. So, you know, I could work it. Okay, everything in this monument is now queued up. I may not have enough wood to finish it, but if I don't, I'll just cancel what I can't afford and switch it over to some other material. Only 6, am I even trying? I think 6 might actually be the most I've ever had in one colony at one time. Without, you know, cheating or whatever. Are we making chem fuel from human flesh? We are. But that's because we have 7,000 human meat. And I still have yet to put on a feast. Maybe when we finish the monument, we'll celebrate with a feast. We need to increase the difficulty for me? Well, I'm already at losing is fun. So... do I need 2 platters? You know, I probably do. Yeah. I don't know how to space it out, though. Here, let me move my ritual spots. Here, for symmetry's sake, I'll have 2 ritual spots. You're welcome. And I'll have a second platter here in a second. I don't know if they'll eat. I don't think they'll eat from 2, but we'll have 2 anyway. Right, burn spot's done. We can get that clean. And the rest of the monument is nearly done. And then if there's time, which there should be, I can work on the reactor unless something else comes up. I probably ought to move these unstable power cells down to where the rest of them live. I don't really see a purpose of splitting it up. Maybe for safety's sake, yeah, I'll leave them separate, just in case I have breachers. If breachers came through these walls, they'd blow themselves up. That's not even a problem. That's a solution looking for a problem. You guys did want the complete Hasselwed mega cluster, so I'll queue those beds up. And my best constructor is probably Zleb now. Zleb beats Raptor by 1 point. So Zleb, instead of resting in the bed for your bruises, did you get in a social fight? Yeah. Well, you got disrespected, you started a fight, and you lost. Even though you have animal arms. How'd you lose, dude? Is the reason why Blitz keeps wandering to the unstable power cells? I don't know, he's attracted to the power? He finds it bearable? I am so not sorry. Alright, so all the surrogate hearts are done. We just have one more synthetic heart to make. So we're about to do... let's do a whole lot of heart surgeries back to back to back. Unfortunately, I think Zleb was injured a bit. No, but the quality's not driven off of that. Zleb made a bunch of garbage hospital beds, I guess is all I could say. Good, good, good. 3 good ones in a row at level 18. I gotta look up what the chance of that is. RimWorld crafting quality. Let's see. So he's level 18. So he had a 0.04% chance for poor, a 5% chance for normal, and so it's about, so for good quality, it's about a 50-50. Slightly better than 50-50. Let me actually calculate it for real. The chance of 3 good in a row, or 3 good or lower. So it's a 52.71% chance. Times 0.5271 times. It wasn't that. It was. There was a 14.6% chance that I would get 3 good or lower in a row. Okay. 14.5, let's round, percent chance. All right, that's fine. Still, I feel a little unlucky. Good. Yeah, feel a little unlucky from that because basically when you're at level 18, it's a coin flip of whether it's good or lower, or excellent or better. It's actually 52 good or lower, and then 48 excellent or better. I'm rounding a little bit, so it would be like losing 3 coin flips in a row, which is possible, but just unusual. All right, let's do the surgeries. So we've got heart 1, heart 2, heart 3, heart 4. Hey, Mallet, you ready to do 4 surgeries in a row? I'm going to avoid using the lower quality beds. And then Mallet, 4 surgeries. Here we go. Eli is cleared. Barbara's clear. Fangface is clear. Oh, Raptor stepped in for the last one. Hey, we're all good. Hope you're getting paid overtime. Not in this colony. No way. That doesn't happen here. Yoda, what you barking at? Alright, for all of you that are like, symmetry, here you go. You're welcome. Now it's peak loveliness. I mean, it would be more symmetrical if I went like this, right? But I'm not doing that. I don't need an extra heater and light in here. So, monument next. Am I out of wood? I am out of wood. So, let's cancel the wooden projects that we have in queue, because I won't have enough to finish them. Oh, wrong map tile. That's not going to bother us. Okay, so that's everything that was going to be made out of wood, so we'll make it out of steel instead. And then forbid that. Puppy treats. So what is this? This is a single Philly. You're pretty far from Philly, buddy. But hey, you're high on smoke leaf, so what do you know? You're just lost. So there's all these surgeries. The other question is, am I finished with synthetic and... Oh, I can't spell synthetic. Synthetic and bionic parts. If not, I'll have you vote on what to make. So if we are going to make a reactor somewhat soon, spending all of our plasteel on advanced components for bionics or synthetics is rather expensive, and it's affordable, but I'd have to go to more plasteel sites, which we've just not been doing. I just gave puppy treats. What do you mean? I mean, I only give it to Yoda, so Tusk gets up 2. I didn't realize she was behind me. So if you want more synthetic or bionic parts, you can vote on what parts you want. I'll put that up as an option soon. That's fine. We just need to do more plasteel sites. The problem is doing these plasteel sites, we only have one far skipper. So it's jump there, skip back, or skip there, jump back. Well, you can't. Never mind. That doesn't really work. But transport pod there, skip back, something like that. I probably have enough medicine now, so let's switch back to... How's my tea? Do I even have tea? Let me check. Fastest way to check is just to do this. Nope, I don't have tea. All right. Psychite. It's Psychite o'clock. Oh, this is almost done. Yeah, this one wasn't that bad because I didn't have to make the floors. Because I used the last floor to sort of skip flooring. Which is a really neat trick that you should use if it works for you. I could leave this choice up to a coin flip. Sure. Heads and tails. If you trust me. I haven't cheated yet, but, you know. It would be very hard for you to verify because I can't physically show you. Maybe at some point I can do a, Actually, let's see. Does Nightbot have like a coin flip thing built into it? No, it doesn't. Not that I can tell. Oh well. I tried Nightbot, but you disappoint me. Yeah, I say I haven't cheated. But I'd like to think that you guys know that I'm fair. Fake Face is trying to chase them tacos for training. Come back, come back! And he went to sleep. Trolled by a wolf. I love it. Alright, so there we are, we're done. Resmix Serum up to 7. Gold up to 1350 or something. And then the Monosword, but the Monosword without being Persona is not going to be that useful, sadly. Oh well. Ooh, Nose are winning. Nose are in the lead now. Does it sound like this song should be combat music? Yeah, this song should be combat music. Oh, it is. Oh, okay, yeah, because I'm being attacked by no one. By Philly. That's what's going on. Okay. All right, no wins. I am not. So the question there is, am I finished? And no, I will keep making it. So what parts should I make? Better legs for everyone. Nuclear detox stomachs. Eyes for shooters. Lungs for everyone. Arms for crafters, brawlers. I think that's a pretty good list I just made up. Don't you think? So better legs for everyone. If you take a look, everybody has at least one advanced bionic leg, but I could try to make at least 2 advanced bionic, or not at least, because it's not like we're 3-legged, but have 2 advanced bionic legs for everybody, which would be, of course, better, or architects, because some of us already have architect legs. Nuclear or detox stomachs would allow us to eat raw meat without the possibility of food poisoning. Eyes for shooters. So one bionic eye or one advanced bionic eye is enough to get the 120% shooting advantage. So if you take a look at shooting or hunting, I guess is the best way to look at this. Where is it? Well, here's hunting stealth, but that's not stealth. I guess it would be what, shooting accuracy? Oh, yeah, here. In shooting accuracy, you have, oh! I didn't realize Sight Max was up to 200%. Okay, so yeah, eyes for shooters for more accuracy, because the feral weapons that we use are particularly inaccurate. Lungs would allow us to breathe better, to hunt better. And then arms for crafters, brawlers, I think that's pretty self-explanatory. Can I show the different costs? So the legs are particularly expensive. So are the arms. So the arms, advanced bionic arm is 5 advanced components and a bionic arm. A bionic arm is 45 plasteel and 5 components, and then a simple prosthetic arm is 25 plasteel, 55 steel, and 3 components. So each arm is pretty expensive. The legs are the same cost as the arms, so that's options number 1 and 5. The advanced, the nuclear stomachs, which would be found here, or the detox stomachs. Here, let me cue that up too, so I can show you. Oh, you know what I didn't include is armor skins and healing enhancers. Oh man, I can't. This list is incomplete without those. Let me have a revote. Healing enhancers. Armor skins. So I'll go through the full cost for everyone. The nuclear stomachs is 4 advanced components and plasteel. The detox is the same. The synthetic lungs. So synthetic parts are going to be cheaper inherently than the bionic parts. So if we did the lungs here, a surrogate lung is plasteel components and cloth, and the synthetic lung is hyperweave advanced component and surrogate lungs, and we have plenty of hyperweave, so that's not an issue. So synthetic parts are definitely less expensive. The healing enhancers. So these healing enhancers, what they do, if you're wondering, is they increase your natural healing factor to recover from wounds. Not sicknesses, not infections, that's different. Recover from wounds, which is different than the coagulators, which slow down your bleed rate by 50%. And then immunoenhancers, which is somewhere in this list. I don't even think I have any immunoenhancers researched. Yeah, I don't even have immunoenhancers researched, but immunoenhancers increase your immunity gain speed by 8%. So the cost of these is 4 advanced components and plasteel, which is the same as the stomachs. And then what else? The eyes. So the eyes would be almost the same cost as the arms and the legs, from the looks of it. Where's light receptor? So I need to make a light receptor out of plasteel and components, then a bionic eye out of plasteel components and light receptor, then advanced bionic eye out of bionic eye and advanced components. So in either case, I think what we're going to be doing is we're going to be getting a lot more of the plasteel sites, which is totally okay. I'm totally okay with that. But it does mean that we're going to need to be far skipping there and loading up animals and then far skipping home and or potting there, whatever. It's going to be expensive. But you guys want eyes for shooters. That's what's leading. Let me put a timer up to make sure. Oh, and I didn't cover armor skins. So the last one that I didn't check, I'd probably do stone skins. That's 8 advanced components in plasteel. And what this does is it increases your sharp resistance of your skin layer, which is insanely powerful, by 70%. So the real advantage of stone skin, or really any of the skins, the other skins, tough and armor. So tough skins only slows you down by 5%, but only gives you 35 sharp. Armor skins slows you down by 10%, but gives you 52. And then stone skin is the best, but it slows you down the most. The real advantage of these is it is particularly powerful at protecting delicate parts of your body that aren't really covered by armor, because then your skin itself becomes hardened. So a good example would be the finger that Amber's lost in that combat probably would not have been lost. Does blood filtration not help against infections? Yes. Synthetic livers could be added to the list. I think lungs would be better than livers, which is why I left it off this list, because Lungs help you breathe faster, which is manipulation and movement speed, which is useful all the time, whereas livers are only useful when we're sick, and we get sick maybe once a year, whereas we want to move and manipulate 24/7, 365. So I'm trying to invest in benefits that we always use rather than we rarely use, which is why when I play RimWorld, I'm usually investing in movement speed, manipulation speed, and sight more than healing enhancers, coagulators, you know, the stuff that you use once in a long while. With that said, if we're doing reactive raids, healing enhancers are very particularly useful in reactor raids because during reactor raids, you're attacked constantly without, without reprieve. So being able to recover quickly after each raid is very, very useful for reactor raids. That much I will say. So there is a benefit to healing enhancers. I think trying to survive particularly high wealth reactor raids without healing enhancers is very tough. Okay, eyes for shooters. Eyes for shooters is one. What is a higher priority? Bionic eyes or the ship reactor? Because I can build a reactor and not start it up. I think in an ideal world, I would want healing enhancers for everybody, or at least the people that are most likely to get damaged before I start the reactor. Just as I want to survive the reactor raids. Because I think jumping the gun on reactor raids could spell doom. And not in a good way. The other thing I might want to do is to send... How much steel do I have? I have a lot of steel. I don't know how many pods I need. Well, I think what I'll do is send my miners and then try to figure out how much carry weight I need. So Fangface and Mallet, I think, can fit in a pod together. They can, just barely. I've already tested that before. With 2 spare meals, 4 spare meals, and 2 luciferium. Okay. Get them to launch. I'm gonna, whatever the case might be, I will have to start plasteel hunting, because this is gonna cost me a lot of plasteel. Alright, so there's the Bionic IQ. Looks like you guys want Bionic Eyes more than anything else. Another thing that would be very, very helpful to survive the reactor raids is to have better weapons. Most of the ferro rifles we have here. So ferro rifles are pretty equivalent to heavy SMGs, except for they're just a little bit more inaccurate and a little weaker, but they come with a bayonet. Or kind of like a big old knife at the end of it. Not really a bayonet. So if we take a look here, the damage is 14. The heavy SMGs, I think, is 12. So it's slightly more damage. Let me take a look at the heavy SMG to make sure that I'm not fudging the numbers. So here's the stats of a heavy SMG. So it's 12 with armor pen of 18, range of 23, and accuracy of 85%. These feral rifles have 14 damage, so slightly higher damage, slightly higher armor pen, range of 26. Oh, you know what? These are more equivalent to, yeah, they're somewhere in between. So they're slightly longer range, but then they're a lot more inaccurate. So if you take a look at the accuracy, they're higher range, pen, and damage. But in terms of accuracy, the heavy SMGs sport an 85% to 65 at short, whereas these feral rifles here have a 35 at close, 66 at, and this is for excellent. So that's not even a apples to apples. I would need to find a normal quality feral rifle, because a good quality is slightly more accurate. But in either case, you can see that they're dreadfully inaccurate at close range. and they're not great accurate at short and medium range. So so that's the real disadvantage of the rifle, the feral rifles. The feral rifles hit real hard, but they just are all over the place for accuracy. So trying to get bionic eyes is really useful, and then clever usage of marksman command and or combat command can help out a lot as well. Could I build the reactor off a different map tile to make it easier? Yeah, you could. You absolutely could. Because it would negate a lot of the wealth. There's also other things that you can do to make reactor raids a lot more useful. So this is a very helpful tip to those of you that might not be RimWorld veterans and need every advantage that you can to survive reactor raids. So the tip would be sacrificial lamb. So I was explaining this earlier, but the adaptation settings here. Let me quickly show you. There's this here called adaptation. I was explaining this on Trustin's stream, so let me just shout him out because he's doing Trustathon tonight, and I'll certainly be raiding him soon. So the adaptation is essentially, it's a little bit of a difficulty that grows over time, that then drops back down when you have characters in your colony get knocked out or killed. On Losing is Fun, the adaptation impact is greatly reduced to only 40%, but if you take a look at like Strive and Survive, 90%. So what this does is if you have someone get knocked down or die while playing, the game gets easier, noticeably easier for a little bit of time after that negative event. So if you've ever been playing RimWorld, anecdotally, you probably have noticed, oh man, I just had like 2 people in my colony die, and then all of a sudden the raids are a lot easier. That's the adaptation kicking in. Because once you're down, RimWorld tries to not kick you while you're down. So another way to make the... I didn't mean to have them loaded. Another way to sort of, you know, I wouldn't say cheat, but to make the reactor raids a lot more easily is to have a few characters that you don't, that basically you intend to sacrifice. You intend to get them killed for the reactor raids, or just anytime. You know, if you're finding that your wealth is really high and you're struggling to keep up because you're getting your butt kicked, you can always just kill someone off. Slaves count 2, yes, as Viper just asked. So you can just sacrifice slaves as a method to lower your... Oh man, this is not a lot of plasteel. But yeah, so you can game the adaptation mechanics to make it easier. But we're Wendigo, we're not going to do that. I'm just letting you know that it exists and you can exploit it. So we're getting ambushed by Yorkies? Okay, if you insist. Murder some Yorkies. And Emmy, thank you for gifting out a sub. That was a while ago, wasn't there? Oh, Rodays, thank you for continuing gifted sub. Here, Fangface, just get mining. These Yorkies aren't gonna hurt me. Stun and stab. Yep. I don't even feel bad about that. So what I'm saying is that human sacrifice can grant mercy from the all-powerful storytellers. Yes, is exactly what I'm saying. Only if you have adaptation on, because it's entirely possible that you go into your custom and you're like, hey, adaptation impact 0, and then the game doesn't care whether you get killed or not. Or alternatively, adaptation growth 0 would also mean that while you play well, the game never gets harder. So again, there's no adaptation points built up to then get reduced if you get killed. So even if it's impact 100, adaptation growth 0, the game's not getting harder while you succeed. So there are ways to disable adaptation. Yeah. And you know, there's a lot of really cool stuff here in the custom settings. So if you're ever curious about how these work, you know, you can tinker with this. Like, well, you know, even on losing is fun, the chance of friendly fire is lower. Or on losing is fun, the research speed is a little bit slower. I think most people don't, you know, same with harvest and mining yields. So, you know, in a typical gameplay when I'm playing, I'm having to deal with lower harvest yields, lower mining yields. So a lot of the times people are like, oh, why do you spend so much time, you know, like mining and harvesting? It's like, because it's harder for me than, you know, you that might not be playing it losing is fun. But I'm so used to it, I don't even notice anymore. Same with the spoil chance for manhunters. I just expect 80% of them to spoil. It's not an event that yields particularly good leather or meat for me, even when I'm rated by hundreds of manhunters. Because, you know, this tends to be what happens, is they're spoiled. Actually, I was very lucky that this one wasn't instantly. What is Colonist Instant Death? So Colonist Instant Death, I guess, to stay in here a little bit longer, is your chance that it's basically plot armor. So if you have like Colonist Instant Kill off, you will never instantly die from a shot. You basically have plot armor. And then if you have this at 100%, you have no plot armor. You don't have any way to miraculously survive when it would have otherwise killed you. So, Colonist Instant Kills as 100% means your dudes are no different than every other dude. But if you don't like, you know, if you don't like the storyteller of like the, oh my god, lucky shot, I instantly died, that can happen in the game, you can always turn off the Colonist Instant Kills. I would never play like that. I think, and here's my opinion, but I think that RimWorld is best played as a storytelling game, as that was designed by Tynan, the lead developer. And for that reason, save scumming, unless, you know, there's very rare occasions that I think save scumming serves the story better than just living with the consequences, I guess is how I would put it. So, you don't tend to see me save scumming unless it's like game bugs that were out of my control. Yeah. Oh, we're getting pretty close to the shave the beard challenge being fulfilled. Looks like the beard is going bye-bye. Oh no! I've had it for almost 2 years now. It's weird, because I didn't have one for pretty much my whole life. Oh, first Bionic Guy is done. Let's give it its last. You know what I want to do? I have one Masterwork hospital bed, do I not? Yes. It is the closest to the door. Okay, that's by design. Your characters tend to run to the closest hospital bed when they go for surgery, so it's best to have your best hospital beds next to your door. So what I should do is I should have my my sadly only good quality beds up in the top row so that I can just avoid them. Let's do that. Oh, this volcanic winter isn't for me. It's for somewhere else. Cool. Who moved that last bed? Where'd the bed go? Who just stole the bed? Oh, Raptor. No, put that down. The reason is, the lower quality beds, if you take a look at the surgery success chance and immunity gain factor, they're lower. So it's, 123, 113 versus Slash Bed here, which is 135. Well, it's the same immunity game, but it's a lot more successful surgery success. And that was also just the rest effectiveness. If you're resting in the bed while you're recovering from wounds, it's faster. So the better the hospital beds, you know, the quicker, the better your surgery and the quicker you recover from being tired. Definitely the way to go. Wrong map tile again. Yeah, there's always a built-in 2% critical fail chance that is unavoidable. Ew, why are you doing that? These advanced components are being hauled. The partial ones are being hauled down here. That's terrible. We're also going to have a massive meat spoiling because it was particularly warm here. So right now it's frozen, but I don't suspect it will be frozen for very long. I also forgot to do the feast. So let me put in the new feast table. Put another light on the other end of the room. This room is 100% lit. Light level. It just looks dimmer, but it's... the light shines just as effectively in this far corner as anywhere else. I just checked. You can tell on the bottom left down there, lit 50%. It's lit 50% everywhere. So we'll kick off a feast. Everybody in attendance? They're only going to eat from the one table that is interacted with. The other one will be ignored. So that means ducks, Eli, raptors, some people... oh, not Eli. Some people are just sitting out because there's not enough room. These cannibal platters only accommodate 12. So as you can see, there's only 12 around it. Even though there's 14 spots. I don't know. Don't ask me. I didn't design it. Wrong map tile again? Yes. Todd. What a Todd. What a Todd way to fight. To fight no one. Oh, this was boring. And now Viper just had to clean it up. Alright, I won't bother with the double platters because they don't seem to help at all. But there's your feast. If it was a positive feast, there'd be a chance that someone random would join, but I don't think none of our population joined that way, just because the chance of it being a character that is valid for us to recruit is pretty low. All right, so last plasteel. Getting mined up now. I think Mallet's faster. Gonna have him do it. Yeah, he's much faster. Okay. They're obviously going to be over-encumbered, so I just have to figure out... they only need about 50 kilograms of carry weight, right? 70 out of 120, or 120 over 70. So I just need to send 50 kilograms of animal carry weight, which these bison carry 84, so one bison will do. In other words. So, bye-bye, bison. And I'll send some simple meals and fine meals for them to eat in the travels. So we'll completely fill that single pod. All this meat's about to spoil. We just don't have space for it. I could skip them home, but even if I wanted to skip them home, they couldn't be encumbered. So we'll see what you think. Should I skip them home? It would use up 70% of Glitch's Psi Focus. Or I could just have them walk for 2 days. Either or. Where'd that human meat just come from? Did you guys just see the human meat pop out of nowhere? Did one of them... Oh, I think Fangface is an animal trainer. So Fangface had, like, pocket meat that he just contributed to the caravan. That's a little concerning. Ugh. I don't want to think about that. That's gross. That's gross, dude. Don't keep human flesh in your pockets and expect people to want to eat them. Something wrong with you. Where's my caravans? Didn't I call this caravan in like a long time ago? Well, whatever. Oh, here's Zleb is just being a jerk and walking all over this this room here that Viper's trying to keep clean. It's like a flesh Twinkie. Oh God. I don't know if pocket meat sounds cool. Pocket sand? Yeah, I can see that. Pocket sand. I don't know about pocket meat. So we're still working on the eyes. Here's another one coming out. So Celeste has that advanced bionic eye. Now here's the thing. I'm gonna ask, should I do 2 eyes for the shooters or just the 1? Oh, and thank goodness that stupid raid to nowhere ended. You know what I have found is funny? Is I've had multiple raiders attack this map tile and not a single one of them has touched my outpost. Because I claimed so much of the random garbage on this map tile, as you can see, and that my outpost is dead center, so the raiders are going to be statistically furthest from my outpost. Not a single raider has done any damage to my pod post. They've just attacked random old ruins that I had previously built, or claimed, rather. So, cool. We're not going to skip them home. Double eyes or single eyes for shooters. You vote. Are they getting double benefit or just one? So here, if you take a look at shooting accuracy again, the sight here can go up to 200% max impact, which we're just not going to get. Oh yeah, that is bad. Let me switch this around. That is confusing. 1 or 2. 2 is 1 and 1 was 2. There we go. Now you know a little bit more easily, like I can't just gotcha trick you. Okay, there we go. 1 relates to 1, 2 relates to 2, or you can type it out. So here's the advantage here of the sight that we've been doing. So you can see the accuracy at distances. Let me compare that to someone that has low skill and no sight benefits, which might be hard to find because most of our... Well, all right, here's Zleb at 2 skill for shooting accuracy. Obviously, he's not a shooter. So as you can see, over distance, his accuracy becomes dreadfully low. Even though he has a little bit positive sight, his sight is 119%. Why? Oh, because Zleb, for some reason, already has a bionic eye, so he's a bad example. Barbara would be a better example, because Barbara doesn't have any bionic eyes. So yeah, here's a better example. At a range of 15, Barbara's at shooting skill 5, with no extra manipulation or sight, has an accuracy of like 42%, which is pretty horrid. And then when you pair that with particularly bad ferro rifle accuracies, you're basically hitting nothing. So there is a big advantage of 1 eye, diminishing returns on 2 eyes, is I guess what I'm trying to say. But it looks like you're voting for 2 eyes anyway, which is double the cost. That means I'm going to be doing a lot of these plasteel caravans. It's fine. I don't mind. Just let you know it's expensive. Ven, I'm going to send you out to one. So, Ven, with... I don't have any pemmican, do I? Yeah. So the Bana guys do have dramatic diminishing returns. Should I re-vote on this now that you know that? Or did you already know that and you wanted it anyway? I don't know. Contract colonists. You want... No, I'm not giving you... I don't even know who you are. You're not even an ally of mine. Don't even ask for my people. Get out of here. You want to revote? I'll make it more clear. 1, most bang for the buck. 2, better, but diminishing returns. There. Made it explicitly clear. Sorry for the triple vote. This is the 3rd time I've asked the same question. I swear I'm not senile. Alright, so what's the ambush? Ven's all alone, which is a little dangerous to be solo, because if he gets knocked down, he's... Oh, hi! They ambushed, and because I was on fast movement speed, they, like, teleported onto me. Don't use the plasteel as cover. That'd be so annoying. Here, you know what? Just... You're not allowed to win. 3 polls, I have an agenda. I'm just saying, the benefit of 2 eyes is pretty low, and there's a lot of other parts that we could add that would be a lot more efficient as a benefit. So, I'm happy to do 2 eyes if you really, really want it. I'm just saying, it's just not that useful after you build the one. Wow! You punched me in the head and then shot me in the head? Man, you really want to be dead. Unfortunately, I shocked your brain and I win. Because I always win. Never bet against the house. Wow, we are brutalizing you. Holy... Ven, just finish up, man. I can't look at this. You've cut off his arm, you've cut off his leg, you've 29 out of 30%, or 29 out of 30, so, you know, cut off the other leg. You've nearly removed his torso. Just finish. Don't play with your food. Thank you for tuning in to Wendigos, which originally streamed live on Twitch December 19th. If you have any feedback or questions for me, let me know in the comments below. If you would like to catch a live stream of mine, Rhadamant.com has my stream schedule and countdown timers to upcoming streams. Thank you so very much for watching, and a special thank you to my Patreon patrons, Twitch subscribers, and viewers like you for supporting the channel. I'll catch you next episode or an upcoming stream. Farewell and stay warm out there.